Ophelia, are you there? I was just curious if you saw the condo photos that I sent you earlier. The view is from so high up. I was just so excited that I had to show everyone my new view, and it has a huge living room and even a concierge. I knew that getting with a CFO would be a good idea. Having a rich husband is great.
No, actually, I didn't look at the photo, and I don't appreciate all your bragging, so please just leave me alone, alright?
You know, if you don't want to talk to me, you could always just block me. But the fact that you haven't until now means that you secretly want to hear about how amazing my life is.
Yeah, that's really not what's going on here at all. And I haven't blocked you because you're my sister. I really want to believe that you and I can patch things up and be friends again. And I sincerely want to hope that you really want this too. I only haven't blocked you for that reason, and that alone. So please don't prove me wrong about this. Please show me that you and I can still be sisters. I just want to have the relationship that you and I once had. And I still just can't understand how we've grown so apart as sisters in this way.
Ugh, you always have the same old lame excuses, do you know that? If you really loved Warren then, you'd have blocked me by now. Or do you think that you'll somehow be able to take him back from me? Because I can tell you right now that that's not going to happen. Warren doesn't have even an ounce of feelings left for you, so there. How does that make you feel? I hope that it makes you feel awful to know just how jilted you really are to be your former lover. He only has feelings for me, and you don't even show up on his radar. You don't cross his mind at all. Well, except for all the times that I complain about how annoying you are.
Oh boy, here we go again. Why can't you just give this a rest already? I mean, really, just how many times are we going to have to reopen this can of worms, Alex? We have gone over this over and over and over and over again, and the results are always the same. Can't you just accept the situation as it is?
I'm just saying that it's clear you can't let him go, or that fact that I was able to steal him from you, but it's your fault for not keeping your eye on that rich man of yours. And to think that you two had been dating for 5 years before I was finally able to make him all mine. I know that you two were even thinking about marriage, but I guess I put all of that to an end right away, didn't I? So why don't you just accept that I've won and just leave us to be in peace already? All I want is a little peace and quiet, just to live my life happily without interference. And you can't even do that for me. Are you really so selfish that you won't even do this for your own sister?
You're the one who messaged me in the first place, and I don't want Warren back at all, thank you very much. Why can't you just accept that I have a lot of complicated feelings about all of this? I mean, you are acting like some kind of caricature of some horrible sister. It's like something out of a really cheesy soap opera. Or worse, some lame series on YouTube that preys on stay-at-home moms and people who can't tell when they're being fed pure slop. I mean, you're my sister, but I wish that you would quit rubbing this in my face all the time.
Oh man, you really are just such a crybaby, do you know that? You think your crocodile tears are going to change anything? If anything, it just makes me think of you as all the more pathetic.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to be like that to me.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want, but all I hear is a little loser asking for her boyfriend back. It's not cute, though, and you won't be getting Warren back.
I am not trying to get pity from you or get Warren back. How many times am I going to have to say that? Yes, we were talking about getting married, but we're apart now, and I don't think about it. And besides, he was the one who got with you, so why would I want to marry a man like that now?
There you go, making up all those lame little excuses again. It really is just sad, you know, but maybe he left you because you're such a crybaby. And for that, I'm going to have you in the very back at mine and Warren's wedding.
Wait, what? What wedding? What are you talking about?
Didn't you hear? We're going to be getting married this year. He told me that he can't wait any longer and wants to do it right away.
You have got to be kidding me! I was shocked when you two moved in together, but now you're telling me that you're getting married too?
Well, duh. I mean, Warren is already 30 years old, and I guess that his dad had a long talk with him about taking responsibility, not to mention he has a lot to think about with work. So, we figured the easiest thing to do would just be to marry each other as soon as possible.
Oh, I see. Well, no, I hadn't heard any of that at all.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be getting an invitation when we have more details figured out. But just remember that you're going to be kept in the very back of the whole affair. I can't wait to see your crying face at the very end of the walkway. Your face is going to be the last that we see before we drive off into the sunset together.
Oh man, don't you have any pride for yourself, Ophelia? If you really want to get back together with me, you should just talk to me about it directly.
What in the world are you talking about, Warren?
I mean that I saw you just now in the office. You came to my dad to try and make him get back together with you, right? I have to say that I'm pretty shocked. I didn't realize that you wanted me so badly. I'm a bit of a bad boy if you hadn't noticed.
Literally, what in the world are you talking about? Have you hit your head or something like that? I don't want anything to do with you ever again, and your dad called me here to talk to him about something else.
And just why would my dad want to talk to my ex-girlfriend, huh? He doesn't associate with bottom feeders like you. He's too busy.
He was suspicious about why we broke up after 5 years, just for you to end up with my sister. And he was surprised to hear about you and my sister getting married, so he called me to discuss that.
Yeah, that does sound like him, I guess. He just can't learn how to mind his own business. But who cares who I date? It's my choice. He needs to learn to butt out and let me live my life.
I think it's that your dad is worried about you and wants to make sure that you're making good choices.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the excuse he gave you for his actions, but it's so obvious that you came to the office today to try and beg for me to get back together with you. Your obsession with me is really just getting sad at this point, Ophelia.
I think the only person who thinks anyone is sad here is your dad about you. In fact, he apologized for your actions to me today. He apologized for what you did, and then he gave me a rather thick envelope.
Oh, I get what's going on now. You were blackmailing my dad about what I did so that you could get a big payout. Is that it?
You have got to be kidding me. Do you really think that's what's going on?
You know that we weren't even engaged yet, right? But I get why you'd be mad about wasting 5 years of your 20s with me. I'd want to pay out too if I was a poor little nobody like you. But man, it really is sad when you get caught red-handed taking money like that, isn't it?
You really have no idea about anything that happened between your dad and I. But yes, if you really must know, he did give me some money.
There you go! I called it! I guess at least there was a silver lining to getting dumped by me after all. I hope you think of me when you spend that money!
Again, you have no idea at all what you're talking about, and the only person I feel any gratitude towards is your father. I know that you and my sister are getting married, but I wouldn't do anything more to upset your dad. He really is getting on his last straw with you.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your concern, but I think I'm going to keep on living my life however I want, especially if that means avoiding marrying an old hag like you for your younger sister.
Hey there, sis. Did you get the invitation to my wedding? I bet that you were pretty surprised, weren't you? Did you look at where we were going to be having it? It's a pretty amazing place.
Oh, yes, I saw the venue. It sounds like a pretty amazing place. Even the invitation was all shiny. And haven't a bunch of celebrities gotten married there too? This must be costing a lot, no?
Well, that's what happens when you marry a CFO. Did you really think we were going to have some tiny wedding? And the catering is being done by one of the best places in the city, too. We're even getting a Michelin chef to create the menu for us.
Well, so much money all to spend on just one day of celebration.
Well, this day is going to be one of the most important in my entire life. I'm going to be the star of the show, and everyone is going to see how bright I'll shine. Maybe some celebrities will even show up to help me celebrate it. Just thinking about it makes me so excited.
I get being happy about your wedding, but do you have any idea how much it's going to cost? I mean, I know that Warren is rich, but even he doesn't have limitless wealth. And you've basically been nothing but a mooch ever since you graduated.
I have not been a mooch or anything like that at all. I've made my own money off of modeling, thank you very much. I'm a model with an agency and everything. Sure, I have a part-time job that I have at my office and everything, but I'm a model, don't get me wrong.
It sounds to me like you have a really booming career there. But are you really saying that a part-time model and your unemployed fiancé are going to be able to afford something like this? I hope you two aren't planning on trying to pay for the whole thing through your wedding gifts.
Who is unemployed here? Besides, there's really nothing to worry about at all. I mean, Warren's dad is going to be paying for it all anyways, so we're not going to be paying for anything.
Hold on a second. You mean that Warren's dad really said that he's going to pay for it?
Oh, come on. Surely you can't be surprised about that, right? I mean, of course he was going to. Warren is the CFO of his company. Of course his dad is going to pay for the wedding. Not just the venue, he's going to pay for the catering and staff and everything. We won't have to spend a single dime.
But what I want to know is if Warren's dad really actually promised that he would pay for your wedding. I mean, did he actually say those things? Because as far as I know, his dad really didn't seem to approve of his son sneaking around one bit.
Oh, Warren told me all about how you were called into his father's office and how you probably tried to rat us in for your own benefit. But even then, there was no scolding that came or anything. Don't you get it? This just proves that I've won! I'm in and you're out, and that's that. He clearly approves of our wedding, and it's obvious that he's going to support us.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't going to throw a fit about it or anything like that. I was just curious about what he said is all.
And just why in the world do you even care now that this doesn't even involve you, huh? Did you really think his dad wouldn't support his own son? I mean, you know that Warren is going to take over the company once his dad steps down, don't you? There's no way that he wouldn't pay for this wedding with so much on the line.
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because I'm actually not so sure that he is going to be taking over.
You really have no idea what you're talking about. You're just jealous because we're going to have the amazing wedding that you never could. But don't worry, it's not like we're not going to invite you. In fact, the both of us really hope that you show up. We want to rep your face in our success.
Well, I'm your sister, so of course I was going to be at the wedding. But you said you were going to make me sit in the back. So I'm still wondering if you even have a seat actually saved for me at this point.
Oh, come on. That doesn't mean you're going to miss the wedding though, right? You have to be there to sit in the back and look all sad for us. And you have to make sure to bring us a big wedding gift. We won't be accepting anything less than about 10 grand.
Hold on a second. You're not really asking your guest to be giving you $10,000 as a gift, are you?
Oh, come on. This is going to be the wedding of a lifetime. Did you really think the ticket to get in was going to be cheap? Besides, don't you want to come and see your one and only little sister get married? This is never going to happen again. Surely money's no object for you to be there for me, right?
What in the world are you talking about? How can you seriously be asking for that? That's just absurd.
But you're missing some of the perks that you get off of sitting in the first row. It means that when you walk through the door, you've already found your seat. Honestly, in a lot of ways, you're getting the VIP treatment. Don't you see that?
I have no idea who in their right mind would pay $10,000 for entrance into any kind of wedding. But I'm certainly not going to be shelling out that sort of cash to go see some failed model get hitched.
Excuse me, what did you just say? What's the matter with you? Fine then, since you and I are sisters, you'll only have to bring $1,000. How does that sound? Now that I've given you such a huge discount, you have to show up to the wedding, right?
You really are just completely out of line right now. And just why should I have to show up there anyways?
Oh, come on. You're not actually going to miss this, right? One of the whole reasons I want to get married is just so that I can see the disappointment on your face. Surely $1,000 shouldn't be too much for you, right? After all the strings that I'm pulling and the role that I'm giving you.
Let's get something straight here. You do know that Warren has been disinherited, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
I mean that's why I've been wondering if you're really going to be able to pull off having such a huge wedding. That's why I said it'll be a wedding for a wannabe model and her unemployed husband. And I really don't know about bringing $1,000 just for that.
Wait a second. I don't understand. What is this? What are you talking about? What do you mean he's been disinherited?
So, I guess you still haven't heard the news then, right? But I think you should go and ask Warren or his dad as soon as you can. And you should also go and find out just who is going to be paying for that wedding. You might just be able to save yourself. Or your wedding if you try and act fast.
What the heck is going on here, huh? Why in the world did you tell Alex that I'd been disinherited? What's the matter with you? Things were going so well, and I finally thought that we were gonna have some smooth sailing. Then you have to come along and blow everything up!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ruin your plan to defraud my sister through her marriage to you? It's not my fault that your dad chose to do what he did. Besides, I know that it's not just that. He's cutting you off everywhere. I know that he took your fancy black card, and I bet that isn't going to be giving a dime for your wedding. But I still just wonder what you've been telling Alex in the midst of all of this, and just how did you think it was going to be smooth sailing? I mean, what did you think was going to happen once you two are married and she finds out that you're out of a job?
Shut up! I don't need you critiquing my plan. It was all going to work in the end, okay? Or at least everything was going to be just fine until you had to go and ruin it. I thought I had done such a good job of hiding from Alex that my dad had cut me off, and when she found out, she flew into a huge panic.
Oh yes, I bet that she would have, and I don't blame her one bit for it. It really is ironic, though. She was getting married to you and thought that she'd be set for the rest of her life. You two even wanted to invite me so that you could try and rub my face in it. But now, the only people who are going to end up regretting everything are you two.
What is the matter with you? How dare you talk as if you're not a part of this? You did this. This is all your fault, and you have to pay for this. I have no idea what you told my dad or what he told you, but I just know that you had a part in all of this.
Wow, well, here's a side I didn't think I would see of you. You're so desperate now. It would almost be funny to see you begging like this if I didn't fully understand just how pathetic it really is. But I'm sure that you already know all of what I told your dad. I already told you exactly what I did, of course. But you had quite a different attitude when I was there at the office. You were so cocky, weren't you?
But, I thought you would come back to my dad's office to beg for him to make me get back together with you. And even if my dad did want to know the truth about how your sister and I got together, you didn't have to tell him the part about where I was cheating on you. Don't you realize the problems that you've made for us? I was so shocked the day after I saw you at the office when my dad called me into his and told me the horrible news.
There you go like a child, crying because you didn't get a toy that you wanted. You thought you knew exactly what was going on, but you don't know anything.
Shut up! You don't know anything! I'm not crying! This isn't how things were supposed to go! I had never ever seen my dad so mad at me before! He's always given me whatever I want, and now I'm gonna get nothing for the rest of my life! This can't be happening to me!
I can't believe that you've gotten this far in life and you still act like such a petulant, spoiled child. It really is just pathetic.
What did you say? You can't talk to me like that! It's not fair! Just who do you think you are? How dare you try and come at me like this? I thought you wanted to be mature and talk this out, but instead you have to come after me like this? I thought that you were better than this!
Of course your dad spoiled you. You were his one and only son. I mean, I know all about how your mom died when you were young, so obviously your dad was putting all of his hopes into you. I'm not shocked at all that he's upset with you.
You don't know anything about me or my dad, so don't pretend like you do!
You know, when your dad called me into the office to talk about you and my sister, he was so crushed. He just had no idea how he could have ended up raising such a scummy son. He even said that I could hear his voice choking up and how disappointed he was in you.
No! That can't be right! Please, tell me this isn't true! This can't be happening to me!
Well, I think you have more pressing things to worry about now. Like, how are you going to afford this huge, extravagant wedding that Alex kept going on and on about? Why don't you quit crying like a baby to me and get the rest of your life in order, huh? After that, Alex messaged me crying about how overnight, their wedding budget had been literally decimated. She realized that she was never going to get the huge wedding she'd been bragging about. But Alex was freaking out about the wedding and wondering about how she was going to get out of her relationship with Warren before it was too late. She missed her chance to act. Warren had already sent off the wedding certificate to be filed away, and, wedding or no, the two were legally husband and wife now. The two of them ended up moving into a cramped little apartment and had to take the first job that they could find. Warren begged his father for money over and over, but it was no use. He even burst in his father's building to beg for help. But Warren's dad later told me he was carried out by security promptly. Ever since then, Alex has been too busy handling her own crazy life with her own terrible husband to bother me anymore. As I mentioned above, Warren's father and I still keep in touch. I had heard from some of the staff about how angry he had gotten at his son, but to me, he had never been anything but kind and courteous. As for me, I was more or less able to rid myself of Alex and Warren and simply went on with my life. I was glad to have dodged that bullet and was satisfied that I had put an end to Alex's wedding plans before she would have ended up with the bill for such a huge affair. Whether she'll ever see it that way is another issue.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
You lied to me, Nina! How could you do that to your own sister?
What are you even talking about, Kaylin? Lied about what?
Don't play dumb with me! I found out from Dad that Dan's parents own a whole company! A company, Mina! That means he's the heir. That means he's rich! But you told me he was just a boring office worker! You tricked me! You wanted to keep the golden goose all to yourself!
Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Yes, his parents run a business, so what? He doesn't work for them. He's at a completely different company doing his own thing. He's not some spoiled heir. He's a regular guy with a job like anyone else.
Like that even matters. He's their only son, Mina. Their only child. He's obviously going to inherit the business someday. You knew that and you didn't tell me because you wanted to hog him for yourself. Admit it, you didn't want me finding out because you knew I'd try to swoop in.
Oh my god, Kaylin, listen to yourself. You're acting like I kept some big secret. His family business has nothing to do with our relationship. Why would I even bring that up during our engagement meeting?
Because it's important. Because if I'd known, I wouldn't have acted so casual. I would have worn something nicer. I would have smiled more. I would have actually tried to impress him.
Are you seriously blaming this on me? You were rude to him from the second he walked in. You gave him this condescending look like he crawled out of the trash. Then you straight up said you weren't interested and walked back to your room.
Because I thought he was some no-name pencil pusher. Honestly, I figured your fiancé would be average at best, but I didn't expect you to bring home someone so bland. He's short, his haircut is tragic, he dresses like he shops in the clearance bin, and don't get me started on that stiff, awkward vibe. Ugh.
That awkward vibe is called being polite, Kaylin, something you clearly don't understand. Dan might not be flashy, but he's sweet, thoughtful, and kind. He notices the little things. He remembers what kind of tea Mom likes. He asked if Dad was feeling better after his surgery. He's the kind of man who makes life easier, not harder.
Wow, okay, calm down, jeez. Look, I might have been a little cold that day, but maybe you could help me fix that. Just tell him I was in a bad mood or something, that I'm usually super sweet and bubbly. You know I can be cute when I want to. Can't you just smooth things over for me? Pretty please. I totally support your marriage and all that. You should tell him I said that too.
You're unbelievable. You insulted him to his face, stormed off like a brat, and now you want me to lie for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, come on. He could be my future brother-in-law, right? If he likes me, maybe I'll get birthday gifts from him. Maybe he'll bring me stuff from his fancy job. What if he buys me, like, a designer purse or something? You don't know.
Oh, for the love of... Stop it! Dan is not rich. His parents owning a company doesn't make him a millionaire. He lives modestly. He pays rent. He commutes to work like everybody else. You've built this ridiculous fantasy in your head, and now you're acting like I stole it from you.
Because you did! You had the inside scoop and you didn't share! You knew I was looking for someone successful! You knew I wanted to marry up! But no! You had to swoop in and take the prize all for yourself!
He's not a prize, he's a person! A person who deserves better than this greedy, two-faced nonsense you're spewing.
Greedy? Excuse me? I'm being realistic! Marrying into money is just smart, Mina! And if you had any sense, you'd see that I could have been an asset to your relationship, not a threat.
An asset? By what? Treating him like garbage and then begging for favors?
I didn't know he was rich, okay? If I'd known, I would have smiled more, flirted a little, worn better shoes. You really blindsided me, Mina. That's not fair.
You're not mad I lied. You're mad you didn't get a chance to chase after him first. That's what this is.
I'm mad because you're selfish, because you hid something from your own sister. You could have told me and we could have worked something out.
What, like some kind of shared custody agreement? You get him on weekends, I get him on holidays? What are you even saying anymore?
Whatever. I just wanted a shot. I've been dreaming of marrying into a family with money since high school, and then you go and lock it down without so much as a warning.
Because it's not your business. You don't get a say in who I fall in love with.
Yeah, well, I hope you're happy with your modest little man, but if he ever comes into money, don't expect me to stay out of the picture.
Stay out of it now, Kaylin. You've said enough.
Mina, we need to talk, and I'm just going to say it. I want to break up.
I beg your effing pardon? You want to break up? What are you talking about? We literally just started planning the wedding. Did something happen? Did I do something wrong?
No, you didn't do anything. You've been fine. But I can't keep pretending anymore. I want to live honestly. I want to be true to what I feel.
Don't you dare feed me that be true to yourself crap.
I've fallen for someone else.
Oh God, no. You've what?
I didn't want to hurt you, but I can't lie to myself anymore. I'm in love. I want to marry for love, not out of habit or obligation.
If you're really gonna do this to me, then you owe me the whole story. Who is it? Who have you fallen for?
It's Kaylin.
Oh, for the love of... My sister? You're standing there and telling me you're in love with my little sister?
I know how it sounds, okay, but it's real. This isn't just a fling or some crush. We're already in love. We see each other. We connect. It's intense. It's everything I didn't even know I was missing.
So while I was out shopping for color swatches and dinnerware, you were off falling in love with my sister?
Look, I get that it's a lot to take in for you, but I'd rather break things off now than walk down the aisle with someone who isn't my soulmate. I want to be with the person I truly love, and that person is Kaylin.
You're unbelievable. You know that? Well, keep going. Tell me everything. I want to hear how my own sister became your new soulmate.
You really want to know? Fine. It started a few weeks ago. I walked out of work one evening, and there she was, waiting outside for me.
She actually went to your office? What was she doing there?
She said she felt bad for how she acted during the dinner when you and I announced our engagement. Said she wanted to apologize. She looked nervous. She was constantly fidgeting with her bag, and she said she owed me a proper apology and wanted to treat me to dinner.
That's all it took? You just went with her, just like that?
Look, I didn't see the harm. I figured, what's one meal? She's gonna be my sister-in-law, right? But once we sat down, it was different. We talked, really talked. For the first time, I felt like someone was listening to me, laughing with me. And then, she said it.
Said what?
That she liked me, that she'd been thinking about me ever since that night.
The same night she insulted you and walked out like a spoiled child? That night?
Yeah, well, turns out that was all nerves. She told me later she only acted that way because she was overwhelmed. She said I was totally her type and that she got flustered because she liked me too much. Can you imagine what that felt like? A gorgeous, popular, confident woman like her telling me I was her type? I've spent my whole life being overlooked, mocked, treated like a background character. And suddenly, this beautiful woman sees me, wants me. That night, it changed everything.
You're disgusting. Do you hear yourself right now? You're gloating like you're a high school football player after a big victory.
You don't get it! For the first time in my life, I feel like I matter! With Kaylin, I'm not just the guy Mina's settled for. I'm the man she chose. I walk down the street with her, and people stare at us. They know that we've got something going on.
Yeah, I have no doubt people stare at you like they stare at a train wreck. God, Dan, I don't recognize you anymore. The Dan I agreed to marry wasn't this shallow, arrogant fool.
Maybe I've changed, but honestly, I like who I am now. Even my old classmates noticed. We ran into one of them on a date, some guy who used to treat me like dirt. He couldn't believe I was with Kaylin. The look on his face, pure jealousy. It felt incredible, the best I've felt in years.
Wow, so this is what it's about? Petty revenge fantasies? Your entire sense of worth tied to whether people are jealous of your girlfriend?
It's a guy thing, Mina. You just wouldn't understand.
No, Dan. Cheating on your soon-to-be wife with her sister is not a guy thing. It's a scumbag thing. You can keep your ego and your delusions. I'm done. I don't want anything more to do with you. The engagement is over.
I figured you'd say that. Look, about the ring, it's yours. Consider it compensation. It's got a decent resale value. Sell it, pawn it, do whatever you want.
Oh, I will. I'll sell it the second you leave, and I'll use the money to buy myself something nice, something that doesn't reek of betrayal. Congratulations, Dan. You and Kaylin deserve each other. I hope you're both very happy, especially when reality finally catches up.
Hey, sis, just wanted to say, sorry for stealing your man. Whoops.
If that's supposed to be an apology, don't bother.
Okay, you're mad. I get it. But look, it's not like I planned to fall for him. It just kind of happened.
Kaylin, don't even bother trying to pretend this was accidental. You didn't fall for him, you targeted him.
Hey, I'll have you know that I genuinely wasn't interested in him at first. I thought I'd just play the adorable sister-in-law. You know, look cute, act sweet, stay close, maybe score a few presents here and there. But then I realized something. Why settle for the side role when I could go straight for the lead? Being the bride would be way easier for me, especially when it's a guy like Dan. He's like the perfect target.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's so easy, Mina. He's not used to girls giving him attention. So, when someone cute and confident like me comes along and gives him just the right amount of praise, instant puppy. He eats it up. I barely have to try. One smile and he's asking what color handbag I like.
Wow, so you think Dan is your little pet dog then?
A pet dog with a bottomless bank account? Listen to this. In just 1 month, I've gotten perfume, a gold bracelet, a designer purse, 3 fancy dinners, and that's just the stuff I didn't ask for.
Uh-huh. So you get everything from him and he gets what from you?
Don't worry, I'm rewarding him plenty. He gets to be seen with me. Do you know how that makes him feel? Important, powerful, like he's finally winning.
So you see yourself as some kind of cheerleader for the football team? Is that it?
No, silly, I'm not the cheerleader. Cheerleaders have to work. Nah, I'm the championship trophy. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm treated like royalty and I've barely lifted a finger. This is what a winner's life looks like. Pretty, pampered, and perfectly planned.
If that's what you think winning looks like, I almost feel sorry for you.
Don't. Just try not to cry too hard when the invitations arrive. Oh, by the way, we're definitely getting married. That's locked in.
You're talking about marriage already? You've been together for, what, a month?
Yeah, and in that month, Dan's asked me twice now if we can speed things up. He's the one begging for a quick wedding. He says he can't wait to call me his wife. Isn't that sweet?
Sweet is one way to call it. Desperate is another.
Call it what you want. I call it love. And guess what? We already booked the venue. It's beautiful. They've got huge chandeliers, white roses, full-course meals. Oh, now that I think about it, the invitations should be arriving pretty soon. We sent them last week.
You actually sent invitations?
Of course! It's going to be a proper wedding. Big guest list, gorgeous setting. Dan said he wants the world to see me walk down the aisle. I want to show everyone how stunning my bride is, were his exact words. He says he wants our wedding to be unforgettable, like something out of a magazine. I looked at the bottom line on the contract we signed, and you know what it said? $100,000!
And how exactly are you planning to pay for that? That's the kind of money celebrities and executives spend on their weddings. Where is that money coming from?
Oh, please. His parents, obviously. He's their one and only son. Of course they're going to cover it. That's what parents do when their precious baby gets married.
You're banking on them paying $100,000 like it's pocket change?
Why wouldn't they? They own a company. They're loaded. And Dan said they were thrilled when he told them they want this as much as we do, probably more. Honestly, it's cute how confident you were that he'd only ever be ordinary. But turns out you just didn't know how to unlock the good stuff.
Well, you sure do have a lovely life planned out for yourself, Kaylin. Just one problem. Dan's parents, you know, the ones supposedly paying for this dream wedding, they're not his real parents.
Huh? What are you talking about?
His biological parents died in a car crash when he was a baby.
Wait, what?
He was raised by his uncle and aunt. They're the ones you're counting on for that $100,000 wedding bill.
Well, okay, that's something I didn't know about him, but what does it even matter? Biological parents or not, they still promised that they'd pay for his wedding.
No, Kaylin, they didn't.
Dan said they were on board. He promised.
Then he lied. And would you like to know how I know that? I met with them earlier today. They're devastated, furious, madder than I've ever seen them get before. They said that the first time you spoke to them, you were laughing, bragging, gloating the whole time about how fancy a lifestyle you were going to have with Dan. They sat there holding back tears while you texted them pictures of the dress you wanted.
No!
They said they adored me. They were ready to treat me like a daughter. But now, after this circus, they're done. No financial support, no blessing, no wedding.
That can't be right. Dan told me they loved me.
No, their feelings towards you are better described by a different four-letter word. They said they've never been more ashamed. They raised Dan like a son, Kaylin, and now he's betrayed the one person they trusted him with.
They didn't say any of that to me.
Of course they didn't, because you were too busy preening to hear them. You threw away something real so you could play princess. But all you've done is wreck it.
No, they'll come around. They have to. I'll show them that I'll be a way better daughter-in-law than you.
Keep dreaming, but know this, whatever chance Dan had at a respectable future, you torched it. All for a month of handbags and flattery. So yeah, I hope you guys have a plan B in store for that wedding of yours. Dan's adoptive parents, they've completely withdrawn their support. And I'm not just talking about the wedding either.
What are you talking about? They adore him. He's their only son.
Not quite. They raised him, yes, but he was never truly their child. They took him in out of compassion after the accident. But that bond only goes so far when they're blindsided by betrayal. They made it very clear that they won't pay for the wedding, they won't attend, and they certainly won't be handing him the reins to the company.
No, that's not right. He told me he was going to be the CEO, that it was all decided.
He told you what you wanted to hear, but the truth? They had no intention of pushing him into that role. They wanted him to find his own way, and now, after all this, they've cut ties entirely.
So, he's not taking over the company? But then what does he do?
He's a regular office worker. Comfortable, maybe, but hardly wealthy. In fact, he was just passed over for a promotion last quarter. The outlook isn't promising.
But he's been spending so much. He bought me gifts, expensive ones.
And now you know where all that money was really coming from. I hope the handbags were worth it.
This is insane. I thought I was marrying into security. I thought this was my chance to finally win at life.
Instead, you married into debt and disappointment. Quite the trade-off, wouldn't you say?
This isn't fair.
Life rarely is, but you weren't exactly playing fair either.
So what? You're just going to mock me now?
Not at all. I'm simply saying I'm grateful. I nearly married a man who clearly wasn't who I thought he was, and now I get to move on. So enjoy your wedding, Kaylin. I'll be sure to send my warmest regards, maybe even a gift, if I'm feeling generous. Let's see. I know, I'll get you the latest edition of Penny Pinching for Morons.
Mina! Please, I really need you right now! Kaylin, she left me!
And?
She said I'm broke, that I'm boring, that she never loved me in the first place!
So she finally told you what we all knew. You want sympathy? Go find a hostess bar. I'm not taking appointments.
No, that's not what I meant. I don't want sympathy, okay? I need your help just for tonight.
Wow, I didn't think you could sink lower, but here we are. Go on. I'm fascinated.
Listen, I had this dinner planned with some old classmates from middle school. You remember them? The ones who used to call me names, push me around, total jerks.
Yes, and somehow I'm still rooting for them.
I was finally going to show them I'd made it, that I had a beautiful fiancé and a glamorous life. I told them I'd bring Kaylin to dinner. I even made the reservation. I can't show up alone.
Then don't.
Please, just this once, dress up like Kaylin and come with me. Say you're her. Just smile and look amazing and say you love me. That's it.
You want me to pretend to be the woman who stole you from me? You're asking your ex to cosplay your ex-fiancé?
I wouldn't put it that way, but yeah, kinda. You're the only one I can ask. You're my sister in... Well, you were.
Don't even finish that sentence.
You always looked good in dresses. You could pull it off with some makeup.
Oh, here's a better idea. You put on the dress. Slap on some lipstick, do your hair, and go strut into that dinner yourself. If anyone asks, just tell them you're Kaylin and you've had some work done.
Don't be cruel, Mina. I'm serious.
So am I. You cheated. You lied. And now you're reaping the consequences. This isn't a drama where the ex swoops in to save the poor fool who threw her away.
But we were good once, weren't we?
Past tense, strong emphasis. We were something. Now we're nothing, and that's exactly what you should expect from me moving forward. Don't call me again, ever.
Mina, I need your help. It's serious. I think I'm married to Dan.
You think? What do you mean you think?
He submitted the marriage certificate. I just found out. I didn't even know he was planning for this.
Wait, what? How is that even possible?
Remember that friend of his, Kyle? The one who became a legal officiant as a joke in college?
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess Kyle signed the marriage form, and Dan got a couple of his idiot friends to witness it. Then he filed it, all behind my back.
So, you're actually married now? Without even realizing it? That's... wow.
Don't you dare laugh!
Sorry, I'm just... wow. You really found the one guy who'd trap you into marriage. Congratulations!
I didn't agree to this. Isn't it, like, illegal or something?
Probably. Sounds like grounds for annulment at the very least. And Dan and his friends probably committed a couple crimes, too. If you can prove it was done without proper consent, you should be in the clear.
That's the thing. Dan planned this out. The officiant was legit. The witnesses were real. I have no alibi for the time and date. He covered every angle.
So, sue him?
I can't. I don't have proof. I'd need a private investigator or something, and those people charge so much.
Wow. Well, sucks to be you.
Mina, please, you're the only person I can ask. Just a little bit of money. Just enough to start the investigation.
You want me to pay to fix your fake wedding?
I need you to save my life. You're my sister.
Sorry, you don't get to play the sister card after everything you've done to me. So, goodbye, Kaylin. Enjoy the newlywed life. I heard Dan still walking around with that marriage certificate like it's a golden ticket, telling anyone who will listen that he's a married man now. He says Kaylin chose him, that their love was meant to be. Problem is, no one's buying it. He's got no wedding photos, no posts, no proof of anything but a single piece of paper. People are starting to whisper that he made the whole thing up. Some say he's delusional, others just avoid him altogether, like he's contagious. As for Kaylin, she's been quietly messaging guys she used to flirt with, desperate really, offering to meet up just to talk, pretending nothing's changed. But they all shut her down. One of them actually told her, "You were just a fling, I don't do drama." Brutal. But not wrong. She even tried to sign up for a dating agency, but they turned her away. Apparently, being legally married isn't great for your dating profile. Last I heard, she was sitting on a park bench with 2 suitcases and no place to go, trying to decide if she should move in with Dan just to have a roof over her head.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.